gamers, and welcome back. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we're going to be playing some of that sweet Freeze Mage in their Road to Legend episode, where we're currently rank 8. I don't think we're on a win streak, but if we are, that's exciting, and if not, we'll just have to get there. So, haven't played Freeze Mage in quite some time, and I've also included a few cards that are not really, with not playing Freeze Mage in quite some time, I've altered their deck a little bit. There's no Flame Strike. I put in one Volcanic Potion. There's no there's no Archmage or Pyroblast or anything like that. So it's a little bit of an interesting list, and I'm really not sure how it's going to work out. I figured Volcanic Potion with the current meta might be a little bit better than throwing in the Flame Strike, which is not so good at the moment due to the fact that it costs so much mana. So we'll test out this deck list and see how it goes. Doomsayer on turn 1 is always nice. Our Doomsayer in the opening hand is always nice, and I think we can put back everything else. We're looking for cycle. So we got a freeze with Doomsayer, which is nice. The Loot Hoarder is always good, and an Ice Barrier is kind of like a staller. So not a bad opening hand. Honestly, not a bad opening hand. That first coffee in the morning, guys. Feels good. Feels good. I would have to say the Doomsayer right into the Totem Golem is gets me right in the feels every time. You know what I'm saying? This just feels good. It looks good. It feels good. It takes them down. We show him who's boss. We really don't show him who's boss, but we do show him that we are Freeze Mage. So now the option is, do we Loot Hoarder or do we Ice Barrier? I kind of like the Loot Hoarder, even though it's not so mana efficient. Ooh, yeah, I think we're just gonna go for the cycle here. So this plays on curve better, which means we can play this next turn in ping, but I think just playing it to draw is pretty important. Okay, so we know he runs heal because he's running the slower Jade variant. Do we ping? Do we swing and ping? Do we just hit face? I think we play one. Do we play the block or the barrier? Do we play neither? Do we choose to ping? Do we attack, see what we draw, and then decide to ping? These are the Freeze Mage plays that I'm not really sure. We haven't played against any. First of all, I haven't played the deck, and then against particular matchups. I'm really not sure. I think we just choose to attack it, and then we're gonna ping it. Ooh, that's actually really good. We can just choose to draw now because we know next turn's Coin Emperor. So if we choose to draw, so what is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we choose to draw, we're at 9. We can even coin Doomsayer, then have a free Ice Barrier ping turn, then play this on almost on a clean board, or we could just stall. I don't think we do anything. I think we wait patiently for the Coin Emperor. Okay, so he didn't really play too much. Don't want to leave this mana tied up, though. We go with the Doomsayer Ice Barrier.
The end is coming!
Or do we want to go with the Frost Nova? I like Ice Barrier. We have 2 barriers and only 1 block in our hand, so. I have a feeling he's gonna hex this. Okay, so this is how much damage? He has what, 3, 5, he needs 2 more. There's 4, okay. Maybe instead of the, we should have Frost Bolted this Mana Tide, but I really don't like Frost Bolting it. We should be fine. We're getting most of the pieces to the puzzle. And by most, I just mean we have 2 Ice Lances. He's set up like a pretty big board, but none of it does damage. So I really don't mind almost doing nothing here. We could just play Ice Barrier and then Blood Mage. I really don't mind Frost Bolting this, just to have him stop drawing. But him drawing, I guess he gets closer to heal, right? But this is just more damage in our hand. If we play the Blood Mage, he can just trade and it opens up spots, but it also allows us to draw. I really don't like Tharzan on this hand right now. So what about Blood Mage and then we just ping around Blood Mage? We can play Volcanic Potion next turn if we want. I know this seems silly, but he can't do anything to the board right now. Like, he's filled up his board with damage of, what, 4? So it's just like, I really don't mind. I'll take 4 per turn every turn. No big deal. Eventually, he'll have to, he'll start overdrawing because he's at 7, and every turn he's going to basically draw 2. So it's as long as he doesn't run Bloodlust, we're perfectly okay. I don't think he runs Bloodlust. Okay, so we're willingly taking 8 right now. But he's also going to have to play a spell or he's going to overdraw. So Jade Lightning Face. Okay. I really wish I could do these two together, but unfortunately I cannot. So I almost want a Frost Nova. Okay. This looks so silly, right? But I play Freeze. I play my Freeze Mage a lot different than other people play theirs. We haven't drawn into any of our cycle, though, which is kind of... We drew into some cycle. We drew into 1 Arcane Intellect and Loot Hoarder, but that's really not enough with this deck. Like, we need to constantly be drawing stuff. And unfortunately, that's not the case right now. Okay. Well... Get Alexstrasza him down. But then he's just going to make room on the board for his heals. But I really just don't like the Tharzan right here. This feels bad because he's just going to trade into the Alexstrasza with his little things like his 1/1s and his 2/1s, and he's actually going to play cards that matter. I guess he could play the Water Speakers. That would be really bad. He's more than... Wow, he's 2/3 into his deck. That's really, really bad. But we left the mana tied up. We did it on purpose. Bloodlust. So he's popping the block. No, he's Bloodlusting. He's going to pop the block. He's going to kill this, and he's going to heal himself. That's worst case scenario. He has room for 1 Water Speaker. And that's just enough to get out of reach. So please don't have Water Speaker. You had the Bloodlust, and you'd need the Water Speaker. And he got it. That sucks. Alright, so we basically need to draw into a block. Or a freeze. That's so unfortunate that he ran both Bloodlust and he got the Water Speaker. Like, I wouldn't have... not in a million years, but I wouldn't, like, have assumed that this guy would have ran the Bloodlust. Most of the time in these decks, you can... I guess we Blizzard, right? And we just hope he doesn't have the direct damage from hand. We know he does, but... Maybe we should have Ice Lanced his face to stop weapons. That's my bad. Played it too quick. But with Jade decks, you really don't need the Bloodlust. Like, your cards are already big enough as is. Oh shit, does he not have it? Oh wow, okay. So we just need to draw into Ice Block and we can win. Well, how much damage is this actually? Because we have evolved. So this is 4, 6, this is 8. Yeah, there's not enough. So this is 2, this would do 5, and these are 6. So that's 17. So is there any way that we can clear B? I mean, we could go like evolved into volcanic, which clears the board. Cool. Barely hanging on. Just need that ice block. Just need that last ice block. Or a fireball. And And because he didn't play the weapon last turn, I'm going to assume again he doesn't have the weapon this turn. Oh god. Ooh, look at that board. Ice block. Ice block. Blizzard. Novice. Okay.
I hope you like my invention.
Novice again. Okay. This is where all of our cycle is, by the way, guys. We found where all of our cycle is. Do we want to set up for lethal? Because if we go Frost Nova... No, that doesn't set it up. Dude, if we win this game, that's absolutely insane. Oh, he's just looking for his last Jade Claws. Maybe we should be using these Ice Lances face, but... Oh god, it's gonna be hard. He's back to 30. We basically have to do the OTK with all of the spells. Do we attack into this and then go face for 1 just to get him lower? That leaves room for him to play a card though. But what card would he play that matters? I don't think any card matters that much. Alright, so what can we draw that's lethal? I'm not sure. We already used Blood Mage in our spell power. Okay, there's the Hex, that makes sense. So I guess Ice Block would be good, and then we just draw into our other Roaring Torches and Fireballs. So he Lightning Storm to get rid of these guys. So we just need to draw into an Ice Block, and then we can come back. Yeah, oh, fuck. That's not enough. This is not 29 damage worth. So we have, let's just confirm, we have 12 here. And this would be 15, 19, 23, and then 26, and then 27 with ping, but we don't even have that amount of mana. So, yeah, rip.
Checkmate. Well done.
So there, let's say we would have kept our Blood Mage in our hand and not cycled her. Then we could have reduced Blood Mage down to 1, and then we might have had lethal there if we would have kept the Blood Mage instead of cycling. But if we would have kept the Blood Mage instead of cycling, that means we would have been 1 card off of being able to draw the stall that we needed that 1 turn, so we wouldn't have been able to freeze them. So there was actually a pretty downside to not drawing with the Blood Mage. I think that got chalked up to the Bloodlust / heal in the same turn. We just kind of had to hope he didn't have one or the other there. And like I said, Blood Mage isn't one of those cards that we see a lot of. Fucking Mage. Ugh. Alright, so we get rid of this and this. We keep the cycle. So we're going to hope he's tempo. Because if we play against if we play Arena Mage, it's rough. It is rough. I don't think we use coin with a hand like this, even though we have 2 drops. I mean, coin Loot Hoarder and then Novice into Intellect doesn't feel bad. It depends what we draw, right? If we draw like Emperor or something, we want to coin always that out for the most part. Alex. Well, if we play this, he just pings it, so no, we save it.
Mind if I roll need?
Well, that's interesting. We're gonna hold off on showing him we're playing for. When this is another freeze mage, you gotta be fucking kidding me, because I haven't played against a freeze mage in at least 4 months. Not a single freeze mage in 4 months, and then you're gonna put me against one the second I start playing mine? Like, there's no fucking way. There's absolutely no way. This game would not do that. Well, I mean, it would, but... So next turn's like Doomsayer, Novice Engineer? Maybe? Novice Loot, but then we overdraw. This actually looks like a freeze mage. Uh-oh. So his turn 5. So I guess we could stop his turn 5. I mean, how is important that we stop his turn 5? Every card in our hand draws, so we'd have to like, yeah.
The end is coming.
I like Novice.
I hope you like my invention.
Ooh, that's really good. That's really good. So now we get to coin Emperor, which is why I held coins for so long. I still don't know what kind of mage he's playing, though. I mean, it could be Freeze. He played Loot Hoarder, and he's been pinging every turn. So when we coin Emperor, we know he's just going to go ahead and fireball it or something like that. But I mean, we have a pretty good hand we're discounting. We're discounting Alex, we're discounting Frost, we're discounting Ice Lance, we're discounting Kobold. So, I mean, we've got a pretty decent discount hand. If he doesn't kill Emperor, it's an automatic win. But when he kills Emperor, we still follow up with Cycle, with Loot Hoarder, throw down like an Ice Barrier. I don't want to play the Blood Mage yet. That's unfortunate. Played a Secret and then his Doomsayer. Okay. Well, I want to keep Emperor alive, I'll tell you that much. So we could just Frostbolt it. We could attack. What if we attack and Frostbolt? That feels pretty bad. What about if we... Pinging puts it at, of course, 6. That's not enough.
Interesting.
Maybe we should have pinged our Loot Hoarder to discount whatever it draws us, because him living doesn't make any difference whatsoever. So maybe going with, like, yeah, Loot Hoarder and then play one Secret and ping. That was probably better by far. Do we think he has Reno? I don't think it really matters, right? I think this still happens 100% of the time. Do we keep the Blood Mage? I think we do. Because we have to OTK him. If he renos. What is he drawing? Almost half his cards? This is going to be rough. Okay.
Mind if I roll knee?
Maybe we should drop the Blood Mage just to cycle more. I don't know. Maybe there was no reason for us to Doomsayer there. Oh, he's wasting some resources to kill the Doomsayer to keep his 5/3 alive. Interesting. Now he empered his hand, okay. I don't really care about his discounts, to be honest. I just care about pinging. So we're gonna freeze. And the reason we're freezing is so we can ping Emperor, or ping our Pain yet again. Because if he attacks into it, we only get to draw 2. Meanwhile, oh gosh. So he Reno'd before a block, and then he's going to make another Reno in his deck. Okay. This is why I didn't want to use these two yet. How unfortunate. Okay, we still haven't drawn any cards to our other Frostbolts to synergize with the ice. So I guess we attack the Emperor, right? There's the Frostbolt. So what if we went Evolve, Blood Mage, Frostbolt, Ice Lance, Volcanic?
Perhaps.
That's enough. We have enough mana to do that, right? Because 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So we could have pinged the Reno, not the Emperor. That was my bad. Miscalculation there. Miscalculation. We also could have waited, I suppose, for another damaging, but the closer he gets to the second Reno, the higher chance we have to lose. So I figured doing that all in one turn and then just drawing into spells is how we win. That's not good. Oh, he's gonna ping his blood. Oh, he didn't even leave room to ping the blood mage. That sucks. So either ping Reno or ping face, and I really want to ping face. But we have a lot of health to play with, so I guess we just ping face still. Novice is good.
Hope you like my invention.
Torch is good. Okay. So we'll just hope he doesn't draw the other Reno in like 2 or 3 turns. What an intense game so far. It all came down to that particular... Maybe we should have held off. I don't know. I just figure like holding off, we're going to take too much damage, right? I mean, he had a sizable board, so leave that up for 2 turns and we're going to lose. Or 2 or 3 turns, you know, he just keeps discounting with Emperor. We just keep getting hit. Maybe he might develop more, maybe he doesn't. He probably doesn't because he already has 4 or 5 cards on the board, all of which have like, you know, at least 4 or more attack. Like it wasn't good. And then the Blood Mage sitting in our hand, a cycle that we could be using. It just didn't really make a whole lot of sense. Well, this is bad. We need to draw Fireball. We need Fireball. Maybe we should have kept him at 7, because then we could have Fireball and then ping, but now we ping and Fireball. That feels really bad. Okay, I think we lost because of that. We should have kept him at 7. So if we draw Fireball, it was a mistake. We draw anything other than Fireball, it was fine. But most of our deck is Fireball. And he has all Fireballs in his deck now. So boom, Fireball. Ooh, Arcane Intellect. Arcane Intellect into Fireball, right? Yeah. Ooh, Forgotten Torch. Do we just want to pop him here, though? So we hit him for 4. Nah. I'm such an idiot. I'm so silly sometimes, guys. We should have pinged first.
I have no time for games.
Well, that's interesting. So if we put him at 5 instead of 6. Oh, come on. It's not over yet. We still have another ice block. Can he even pop us this turn? No. Alright, so we just need to draw into our fireballs and we're fine. Yeah. Alright. Just don't draw Reno. Whew. What a close fucking game. This is the 1 damage, by the way. Last turn I forgot to ping, so we would have just killed him, by the way. So we did miss lethal by that. Remember that 1 ping we fireballed before ice block and then pinging? Yeah, that is why we lost. Or if we would have lost, that is why we lost.
Well played.
But small things can always, you know. There's always going to be plays that you could have made that are better in the end, but I really am not familiar with the matchups with Freeze Mage, considering Freeze Mage is not a very good deck to be playing right now, with all the Renos floating around. But I mean, this is still a good game. We had to plan stuff out. Interesting, fun, interactive. Plus with the new standard rotation hitting Emperor is going to be gone. So many cards are going to be gone. Freeze Mage will only be a wild deck. Unless they make some other really good card that allows the hand to be discounted or things of that nature. Okay, Priest is a pretty simple matchup most of the time.
Let the games begin.
Let the games begin. I don't like anything. Actually, Forgotten Torch isn't bad for, like, Cleric, but... No. Give me Doomsayers, give me Cycle. Yeah, there we go. Alexstrasza right off the bat. Not the best, but it's also, like, against Priest. We have Coin, too, so we coin Alexstrasza on 8. If need be. Probably not, though. Probably Dragon Priest. Dragon Priest. How's everybody else doing? Oh, look at that. Rank 5 legend. Gee willikers.
I hope you like my invention.
So hopefully Novice Engineer didn't tell him we're Freeze Mage, because Novice Engineer is actually played in some Reno Mage decks. Ooh. I don't think he can make us overdraw. Maybe Ice Block was better there. Drake is scary. If we attack with this, we're gonna be at what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we don't overdraw, so we're good. So again, to make sure we're not overdrawing, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Does he have Shadow Word Pain in his hand or something? Oh, okay. That's pretty good for him. Wow. We have a pretty good hand ourselves, though. So we have our 2 blocks. We've got more Cycle. We've got Barrier. We've got Fireballs. We've got Torch. This is also hopefully going to stop some of the damage the Emperor. Oh, he's playing Reno, too. All right, well, gotta be scary about that, too. Well, shit. So we can't really kill anything on the board, so we might as well just draw. Fireballing the 4/6, I don't think we need to. So if we draw 2 more, I think it's fair. Okay. We just need our Frost Novas and Blizzards. That'll give us the stall we need. I mean, we also have Lethal the second we can play Alexstrasza as long as he doesn't have Reno. And if we can draw any of our stalls, that works too. We just don't want to use our ice blocks yet. Interesting use. He's playing around Blizzard like that. Ooze doesn't change anything. Loot Hoarder. So we're gonna be playing a block, but the question is, do we go ahead and do we use the... Do we use the Forgotten Torch attack? And then he has 9. No, we probably want to Forgotten Torch this 3-2. And then he still only has 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I really don't want to have to Fireball down. I mean, what is the chances he has? I'd rather not. Oh my gosh. Do we kill the 4/6 or the 5/5? Probably the 4/6, right? We just don't want him popping the block. Okay, so now we Alexstrasza face, and hopefully he doesn't have Reno. That's the game plan. Targeted his face with something. Greater heal? That would suck. They play that though, I think. Some of them do. Reno Priest though? Why me? Okay, so he's gonna heal for 7, or heal for 2. He's gonna pop the block, and then he's gonna kill the Alexstrasza, and then heal his face for 2, putting him at 19. And then is that the greater heal for 4? Dude, if you got heal, just use it. What the fuck are you scared of? There's no 2 Alexstrasza's coming at you. There you go. Don't be silly. That's unfortunate.
Mind if I roll need?
Maybe we should have played the ice block too. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. I saw ice barrier and I got excited. Uh-oh. What could he take? There's lots of good stuff he could take. This is why Freeze Mage isn't good. So many decks have heal. And then Reno on top of that. Yeah, I'm not playing Freeze Mage again. This is just bad. Just a bad deck to play. I mean, it's a good deck. It's just bad play right now. I don't like spending an hour and then going up and down no ranks. That does not feel fun and or interactive. There she goes. So we're basically just looking for our Cobalt, right? Because next turn we can go Blood Mage, Frostbolt, Ice Lance, and then if we can follow up with like a double Fireball, maybe we can get him. But I mean, 30 health is that's rough. That is rough HP to kill someone at, especially none of the cards in your hand being Emperor discounted. I figured discounting Alexstrasza and trying to go for the early kill was much more sufficient than trying to go for like the OTK at 30 health, which maybe we should have just gone for the OTK at 30 health. That was probably the better plan. To guarantee the kill, because they have no block, right? Alright, well, we could maybe set up for something good here. Let's check it out. So, if we go Blood Mage, we need to freeze the board. So this is automatically 5. And this would be 2, 1, and 1. Or do we just want to go like Blood Mage 6? Well, this is 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I mean, it's only adding 1 to spells, and we're casting 3 spells regardless. So this is probably the best play we can do currently. So we just need him again not to have Reno and us draw into a spell, and we're good. This is our last hurrah. Our last hurrah. So he's gonna be at 18. Rip. Ripperonies. Okay. Alright, well, that's the end of my Freeze Mage run. I ain't playing this deck no more. Alright, so hopefully you've enjoyed our one and only Road to Legend Freeze Mage extravaganza. Maybe if we played against a different class than fucking Reno all 3 of our games, it would have been better. Or actually, the first game we played wasn't against Reno. It was just against a shaman with double water speaker Bloodlust, which is also kind of cancerous. And he was playing Jade. But Jade's not the scary part. The double water speaker is and the Bloodlust is. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next episode. Of course, I'm Rob, and happy whatever the hell day it is.